Hi, I'm Don Shelby, proud and happy new resident of Excelsior. And as you know, there's an exciting new feature on the horizon for this city, a hotel on Lake Street across from the port. I've always wanted the old hotels on the shores of Lake Minnetonka to return, and the idea of one in Excelsior seems on its face a perfect idea. But you know, I spent most of my life as a journalist and investigative reporter, and I've got a few questions about this particular project, and it seems to me the mayor and city council need to get answers from the developer. They're tough questions. One question is, can this project succeed economically? I put some of these questions to Lowell Lankford, a hotel and hospitality consultant, hotel developer, and former executive for Marriott and Carlson. He performed a detailed economic analysis of the project. Have you done this kind of analysis before, and at what level?
I've done this many times. I've been in the hotel business over 30 years, and this has been my life. I've done analysis like this all the time.
What would you say about this project?
I would say this project doesn't work. Very simply, it just doesn't have the attributes that you need to have a great hotel location.
People would argue that the location is perfect. It's on Lake Minnetonka. How much better can you get?
Well, in that case, it's a fabulous location. I was talking to another hotel individual and was telling them about the location and just asking their input of what they thought was how it would do. They said, wow, what a killer location. This thing is unbelievable. It will just knock them dead for 10 weeks out of the year. There will be traffic in May and September and October and maybe even into November. But then you're just slugging it out with everyone else at low rates and low occupancy throughout the winter. I think winter will be very difficult. And so the key to any kind of success with this property is to maximize the occupancy and average rate in that short time period, 10 or 11 weeks over the summer, where you have that opportunity to perhaps get all your rate.
All right, let's talk about that rate. The developer has said that he is going to be competitive to hotels in the area. Does your economic analysis suggest that that is feasible?
The hotel will never make it if it just competes with the rates of everyone else around it. In the summer, it's going to have to grab a huge average daily rate. And that average daily rate is going to have, in my analysis, is going to have to exceed $300 a night on an average.
What is the average for surrounding hotels it would compete with?
I mean, the rates are running, 106, 125. The average that they're running throughout the year is somewhere in the $100 to $106 average daily rate for the year. That means in their peak times, they're probably getting somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 or more. Because this is a weak location. The airport doesn't even play into this location. In talking with the hotels in Chanhassen, they have a big enough challenge grabbing business out of Eden Prairie, which is only 5 miles away.
What would you tell the city council and the mayor if you were to present your analysis to them?
I think it's a risk, and I would not recommend that the hotel be built. I just don't think the demand is there that the thing's going to be successful.
Part of the analysis provided to the city council says the developer can generate revenue of $5.5 million from food service, restaurant, room service, and banquet facilities. I'm looking at Maynard's, not very far away, which does maybe $6 million, that has docking facilities, many more tables, many more seats, and a huge amount of parking. Does it seem reasonable to you that a hotel with 120 seats can do that kind of business?
Well, first of all, Maynard's has exactly what you need in a restaurant or hospitality business. They have location. They have the dock space outside, they have the outside deck, they have a huge number of seats when they have that deck open. And so they have everything that works for a restaurant. Whenever we move just a couple blocks down the street to this location has none of that.
When a person has no background in hotel and hospitality, is that a troublesome thing for a developer?
It's a huge problem. Hotels, hospitality is an extremely difficult business. And the challenge is you have an operating business masquerading as a real estate transaction. Whenever you have a developer that has not done hotels, they look at purely the real estate play.
Do you think that the city council and the mayor have enough information in front of them to make a quality decision on the future of the city and its economic development?
They probably don't have enough information. They need, they really need an analysis that shows what is going on.
Would you say at minimum an economic feasibility study?
They should have. Every city would do a feasibility study because what happens if the thing doesn't work? And that's what a city gets concerned about. What they want to make sure that the thing can get built and all of that, but really what a city looks at is, okay, what happens 10 years down the road? And what happens if this thing doesn't work?
Do you intend to develop on that site?
No, I have no dog in this hunt. I do not own any hotels in the area. I am not affiliated with any hotels. I'm not doing feasibilities studies for anyone else in the area. So, no, I have nothing in this deal.
But you've talked to other hoteliers in this area, and
by the way, let me interrupt you. The other hotel operators that I've talked to, they have no concern about this hotel being built. They don't think they're going to be impacted at all.
shouldn't the council consider Lankford's analysis? Shouldn't the developer be required to provide the council with evidence that the project is economically feasible? Whether you support the hotel idea or not, shouldn't these questions be asked first for the welfare of our community? You might want to contact your council member or mayor. I like the idea of a hotel in Excelsior, as do many of you. But if it fails as a hotel, the only option for the developer is to turn it into condominiums to make his investment back. Is that what you want? If the developer can answer these questions, then full speed ahead. If he can't, then maybe it deserves another look. Either way, let your council member and mayor know what you think. It's time for some tough questions and convincing answers for the welfare of Excelsior. Thank you.